guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my bedroom yet again for part 3 of my decluttering and organisational series. Today I'm just going to dive straight in. I think we're going to be doing the last few remaining drawers, which are like concealers, powders, blushes, bronzers, like that kind of thing, like base products. So if you've seen me before, hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and give this video a thumbs up so more people can find it. And other than that, let's dive straight in. So from my previous video, I tidied out my foundations, my eyeshadow palettes, my eye products, and now we're going to be moving on to my other drawers. Let me just close this very slickly. So we have bronzers and blushes and one lonely highlighter palette at the back. We have primers, random eyeshadow curlers, eyelash curlers, moisturisers, concealers, all sorts. Moving on to powders, more setting sprays and other random garbage in here as well. Some brushes apparently as well. And an empty drawer. Right. I'm going to have to organise this now, aren't I? Oh, God. Starting with my bronzers, and there's not going to be a huge cull here. We have my Kiko Golden Waves bronzer in the shade Sienna Reflection. If I can get it open. This is beautiful. It smells like vanilla. I love Kiko bronzers, so I will be keeping this as well as my Jelly Jungle bronzer in the shade 1 Bronze Storm. Hang on, I'm really struggling to open boxes today. It's a beautiful, beautiful colour. It's like a little bit orange, but I'm okay with that. And I'm definitely going to be keeping both of those. Then we're going to very quickly move through all of my cream bronzers. Benefit Do the Hula, that's going. And this Model Co bronzing stick is also going. I don't get on well with cream bronzers. They don't last on my skin. The only ones that I'm going to be keeping are the Honey Shop Honey Bronze Drops of Sun. I have the original dropper one, and then one came out in a tube. This is the face gel. It's really brilliant for when you're on holiday and you're just using like a tinted moisturizer, because you can blend this out and it doesn't look like you're wearing product. But it's a little bit of a tricky formula to apply, which is why you won't see it a hell of a lot on my channel, but I do really like it. Then we have NARS Laguna. That is not going anywhere. I've recently bought this and I absolutely love it. We have my MAC face palette that I featured in a recent video, which has a nice selection of colours in it. Again, that is not going anywhere. I'm definitely keeping that. And then we have like my 2 travel bronzers. This is the Clinique Sunkissed Bronze and a little tiny, let me try and get it open even though it's plastic packaging. Little tiny Benefit Hula. I'm keeping both of those, and my L'Oreal Batte Bronze. This is like my everyday bronzer. I've made quite the dent in this in recent times. All of those are staying. I didn't get rid of too much there, but here's a pile that I'll definitely be getting rid of some things in. My concealers. So this Maybelline Superstay I used twice and I think is now empty, so frankly that can go in the bin. I then have quite a few. I have 2 of the PS My Perfect Colour Concealer. Both of these are in the shade Porcelain. I don't know what I'm going to do with these actually. I have my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade Focus NC15. I'm definitely keeping this. This is an everyday staple for me. I am keeping my Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer in the shade... It will focus. It's not going to focus. It's in shade number 2. I'm definitely keeping that. Oh, I've just kicked it everywhere. No. Then I have these concealers from Wish, which are terrible, and the pumps broke. So they are definitely going away. Then I have this sleek Life-Proof colour corrector, which did precisely nothing for me other than make me look about 107. And it's matching concealer in the shade Vanilla Chai. Not a fan. They can both go. This Freedom concealer I think I've had for about 5 years, so that's definitely not safe to use anymore. That can go in the bin. I have my Kevyn Aucoin Central Skin Enhancer in the shade SX01. That is definitely staying. The ultimate spot concealer. I then have two of the collection Lasting Perfection. One is in the shade Warm Fair, one is in the shade Fair. I'm definitely keeping both of these. This is a great high street concealer. I absolutely love it. The coverage is really good. It stays really well on my skin and it's just absolutely genius. I only have one of these, but I know I definitely have at least three of these in total. This is the, not that you can tell from the writing because it's completely come off. This is the Maybelline Anti-Age Eraser Eye Do Hick thing, and I have mine in the shade something. I think I have mine in the lighter shade. I must have mine in the lighter shade. This is like a third of the way through and I have definitely finished two of these already this year. It's absolutely fabulous. It's really great price point, really good coverage, lasts really well on my skin. Can't really fault it. It's great. I think I'm going to keep my Primark concealers, I've decided, because I don't have as many concealers as I thought. And then I'm going to keep my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye because it was expensive and it's actually really good. And then the CYO Highlighting Concealer Brush with Brilliance. I don't think I've ever used this, so that can go away. Then we have like face palettes and highlighters and blushes, which I don't own a huge amount of, even though, oh wait, no wait, there's none. Which I am a massive blush person, which is hilarious. So I'm definitely keeping my Too Faced Natural Face palette. I adore this, it is gorgeous. On the same note, I'm definitely keeping my Hourglass palette. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 3. This shade in particular, what is it? Surreal Halo. That is a beautiful colour. Bronzer is I absolutely love this palette. It was about £70, but it's the best £70 I think I've ever spent. Then we have literally the only highlighter palette I own. This is the L'Oreal La Vie en Glow, which I'll be keeping purely because I don't own any other highlighter palettes. However, one thing that I'm definitely getting rid of is the e.l.f. Jelly Highlighter. I have never used this, but I know from past experience that jelly highlighters, liquid highlighters, do not work on my skin. For the exact same reason, I'm definitely getting rid of this tiny Benefit High Beam. Doesn't work for my skin. Liquid stuff just does not last on my skin, so that is definitely going to go to a better home. I'm then going to get rid of these two face palettes. This is the number 7 Euro Limited Edition Kiss and Cheek palette. I have never used this, but it's all liquids and creams, so that I'm definitely not going to use. And then I have this Revolution I Heart Makeup Fair palette. I'm struggling to get it open yet again. There we go. It's a bit meh. It's okay, but I mean, I used to take this like when I was going on nights out or when I needed a small face palette, and now I have better face palettes, so this can definitely go to a better home. Then we have my blushes. I'm definitely keeping Tarte. This is the Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Exposed. That is definitely staying. I've hit Major Pan on my Wet n Wild Colour Icon Apricot in the middle. That is staying. I have the Model Code blush in the shade Peach Bellini. That is definitely staying. I have the Essence Soft Touch blush in the shade Rose Me Up. This is like a really neutral blush. It's like almost bronzy. I've definitely just broken that. Oh no! No, I've just broken it! Oh, for God's sake. Well, I'm still going to keep it anyway. And then I literally never use these two. This is the Soap & Glory Love at First blush, which is way too shimmery and way too pink for me. And this Belle Rose pink thing that I think I've used twice. They can definitely go. I don't own that many powders, and frankly I'm going to keep them all because I like them all. So I have the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte powder. I have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Light. I have a new powder from Becca. This is the Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. I have the CYO powder in the shade Clear. And then I have the Revolution Powder Foundation in the shade F2. I like all of these. This is new. This I actually use to set my tan when I'm sleeping, and these ones are things that I use during the day. So I think I'm going to keep all of these actually. The big boys, my setting sprays and my primers. So this PS Hydrating Mist I think I've had for about 4 years and have never finished it. That can go. Same with the PS Primer Water. Never used it. frankly, that can go. This MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, I like it. However, this one is empty, but I'm saving it for the Back to Mac program, so I'm going to keep that, but I'm going to put it in a different drawer. Then have this disgusting, I mean, God's sake, look at that. Essence You Better Work Fixing Spray. I mean, it's okay. I've only got a little bit left, so I'm going to keep it to finish it, but I mean, I wouldn't repurchase it. But my favourite by far is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I think in total, I think I have about 8 of these. These are just the only 2 I have in my drawer. So I'm definitely, there's the lid for it. Definitely going to be keeping both of these. Right, I'm going to tip my primers out so we can see them a bit better. Well, this Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot is actually empty, so that can go in the bin. I then have another 2 here. It's a really good run-of-the-mill primer, so I'll definitely keep both of those. I then have, this is empty as well. This is the Kiko Matte Face Base, which I really like, and I have another one here. This is like the primer I use when I'm going out, so I'll definitely keep that. Keeps my makeup on forever. I then have an outer lid, the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. Really good one for filling in your pores. I'll definitely keep that. On the same vein, we have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which everyone went bananas for when it first came out. I've yet to properly try it, so I'll maybe do a video on that soon. I then have this thing from Benefit, which is a professional thing that I think I've never used and I've had for about 3 years, so that can go in the bin. I have the Glow Job Moisturiser, which should definitely be in my bathroom and not be in here, so that's going to get moved. I then have this very cheap Maybelline strobing liquid, which I never use because it makes me look like a grease ball, but if you have dry skin, that would be lovely, so that's going to go to a better home. I then have 3 open, apparently, Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primers. I will keep these to finish them because they're all nearly finished. Why have I opened so many of them when some are nearly finished? Definitely keep those. This I have legitimately had for about 6 years and I think it needs to go in the bin. So that can go. I then have the number 7 Airbrush Away Pore Minimising Primer. I really like that one, even though I've lost the lid for it. And then I have the Smashbox Photo Finish, which I'm definitely going to keep. Well, thanks for joining me on the final bit of this makeup kind of clearing out, she says. Maybe, possibly, probably not. I've still got all my beauty products to do and brushes and stuff to sort out as well. So we'll definitely get onto that at some point. But I'll link all the other bits of this down below, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!